To build an agency that crosses 1 million in ARR, you need more than one way to get customers. You need a system of channels working together. And the proof of that isn't theory in someone else's book. It's a pattern that shows up in every single one of the 12 business owners that I studied who actually crossed 7 figures in a year. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how they did it, including 5 specific blueprints from the guys you've probably already seen on YouTube, and the one move that almost nobody in the 20 to 100K a month range is making right now. Let me take you to a few weeks back when I started studying these 12 agency owners. Different niches, different offers. I was looking for the obvious stuff: niche selection, offer pricing, team structure, the kind of variables that every business owner tells you matter. And most of what I found was exactly what you would expect. So then I look at one specific question: when did each one of them start their second growth engine? Not what it was, but when they started. And some dates, they didn't make sense. They started building their second engine years before it actually started paying off. And most of them started it before they hit 30K a month. While they were still small, it was still uncomfortable before anyone in their inbox or on YouTube would tell them they had earned the right. That single observation is what this video is about, because it directly contradicts what almost every operator between 20 to 50 to 100K a month is doing right now. But here's the surprising truth: most agency owners never break past 1 million in annual revenue, not because their offer is wrong or it's bad, because they treat one good acquisition channel as if it's the entire business. And they wait until the channel breaks before they start anything else. That waiting is the mistake. And it's the mistake that 9 of the 12 guys we'll be talking about today deliberately avoided. And only 3 escaped it because they came in with unusual entry, existing audiences, corporate engines. These guys were already at scale when they started the second engine, but these are just exceptions. This is what I want you to remember. So most guys that are successful, they are experts in one field. They cold email, paid ads, or even something else. But what I noticed from these 12 guys is that to build an agency that survives past 1 million a year, you have to build more than one channel of growth. And this is a system of channels, not just one channel. I call this single engine trap because no one named it, but every operator I have talked to that's stuck at 20 to 50 to 100K a month is stuck inside it. So to understand all this correctly, I need you to show you the real data, show you the real operators who actually did it and how they did it. But real quick, if this is you and you're thinking to yourself, hey, I'm just relying on one channel and I always wanted to try, let's say, YouTube or content as the second growth channel, then check out the first link in the description to book a call with me. If you, as a business owner at this stage, you probably don't have time to figure out the content strategy for the next 6 months. So me and my team will install for you YouTube prediction system, which books qualified calls from YouTube directly and builds YouTube as compounding second growth channel for your business. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So I picked 12 agency owners or business owners who already crossed 1 million a year. They're all from different niches, different offers, different cities, different ages. And for each one of them, I asked the same 3 questions. When did they start their second growth channel? What was their revenue at that time? And what was the first engine that they were running? So I've selected just 5 or 6 that I will be focusing on today because these have the most public data I could find. The rest will be just for reference purposes for you, but their journey has been pretty similar from what I've seen and what I've observed throughout my research over the last couple of weeks. So first one is Liam Ottley. He started a couple of years back, and once he started, he didn't even have a big audience in the beginning. He started his YouTube channel from the very beginning. So he was under 10K a month when he started YouTube, but right now he has 700,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he's one of the biggest AI influencers on YouTube right now. Second is Jeremy Haynes. He started his channel way before everyone else, but most people know him from his recent videos. But he actually started YouTube way before he actually became more popular and built all these fantastic offers. Then Ravi Abuvala started around 2018, 2019, as I remember, and he started pre-scaling with systems. So scaling with system was his first big offer where I believe he made his first million, but he started a YouTube channel when he was still running his paid ads agency. And now the 2 exceptions, because I'm not cherry picking. Piliero started his channel after he already built a 7-figure agency, but he has experience of working with big guys like Gary Vee. So he certainly had some nicer start. to this YouTube game. Now, Jeremy Moser, he's a guy who started YouTube while he already was making good money, but it's only now around 2026 when he started taking YouTube seriously. And I even know the exact YouTube agency that he's working with right now. And I tell you, this is pricey when you already have money and when you're already at a certain point, like over 100K a month. So out of those 12, I can confidently say that 9 of them started YouTube early, but still their primary growth engine was paid ads, cold email, cold calling, all of these things. The traditional ways to build your business up to 100K a month. But all of them, they have the same thing in common. None of them stayed with a single growth channel. Some of them entered early, and there are some exceptions of guys that started when they already hit the scale. But to see exactly in more detail what each one of them did and why they did it, how they did it, you'll need to watch the next part of this video, because now we'll be going one by one, every operator, and explaining exactly what they did and how they did it. So first on the list is Liam Ottley. So he actually started a YouTube channel as one of the first things in his business, but right now he's got over 7 million in revenue across all of his businesses. He's running school, he has an AI agency, he's organizing masterminds with other AI agency founders. So the lesson here is very clear. The mistake that most people make is thinking that they need to earn the right to start on YouTube. But when you look at Liam, he didn't even have a big business at the time of starting his YouTube channel. So when he started the channel, he was very small. His business was small, the channel was small, but the channel grew with the business. So clear takeaway here is that your channel doesn't compound when you start late. It compounds when you start earlier and let time do its job. The version of you that waits till you make 100K a month is paying a lag tax. But the version of you that starts now is not really paying any taxes for starting late. Now, if Liam's case sounds like an outlier, watch what Jeremy Haynes did almost a decade earlier than anyone else did. So Jeremy essentially started almost a decade earlier when he started his agency. He even said that Day one is the right day to start on YouTube or any other organic driven growth channel. He then hit 7 figures in 12 months and the channel ran in parallel the whole time. The reason this matters is when you have nothing to lose, content is the cheapest customer acquisition channel for you that you will ever have access to. No ad spend, no salaries, just you, the camera, and the offer that you already sell anyway. So your content is cheapest when your business is still small. And if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, but I don't have a big audience and I never will, that's exactly what Ravi Abuvala thought too, until he started closing $10,000 a month clients from YouTube directly from videos that got maybe a few hundred views. So Ravi posted this thread earlier this year and he said, we've closed $10,000+ clients from videos with a few hundred views. This is the part that breaks every assumption that every business owner has about YouTube. You don't need 100,000 subscribers. You don't need viral hits, because for B2B, the math is completely different. 500 right viewers will out-earn 500,000 wrong viewers every time by a mile. The trap most operators do, and that's sometimes because of the ego too, is they optimize for views, which means they optimize for the algorithm, which means they make broad clickbait title videos that pulls in people who will never buy from them their high ticket offer. So your titles, your thumbnails, your entire content strategy should signal to your ideal buyer and not to the algorithm. Because small audiences actually work if you know how certain platforms work. But the next story breaks even bigger objection, the ones that come up every time I tell agency owners to start their YouTube channel. The biggest fear from the agency owners I hear is that if I start posting on YouTube, this will not even replace my current acquisition channels. And Daniel Fazio is the answer here, because his entire brand is built on cold email, on paid ads, and he added $108,000 in revenue from YouTube over an 82-day window without slowing down on cold email. So the content didn't replace his current acquisition channels, it just compounded on top of it. The video we're watching right now is the same play. We still run cold email at scale. And I'm posting this YouTube video just for the people who will come from my cold email campaigns. Maybe they'll want to learn a little bit more about what I do. And these videos show up to these people so they can better educate themselves before they get on the call with me. So the takeaway here is that your second growth channel like YouTube isn't competition for your first engine. It's always gonna be a little bit smaller, maybe bring in less revenue, but it's a leverage on top of it. The prospects who come from your cold email, from paid ads, who watch your content, close faster, pay you more, refer you more, even if they came up originally from cold email or paid ads. And there's one more layer to this that people don't see it, which matters even more than the guys I've already mentioned. So Max built a 7-figure email marketing agency, and he started while he was still in college, and he was building his content presence the entire time. He's generated $40 million for his clients before he even turned 22. And the part that most people don't want to hear about is that content takes from 12 to 18 months to really start paying off and start compounding into real pipeline. And that lag is real. It does not go away. You can be successful with it maybe a little bit faster if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're probably gonna spend even more time than this, which means the question isn't should I start now or later? The question is, do I want to pay the lag tags now or later while the business is more stable or while the business is in crisis? Every business owner who delays content pays this tax. Max paid it as a college kid with no clients. When he started, that was the easy mode. The lag tax is unavoidable. The only thing you can choose is whether to pay it now or whether to pay it when your business might be in crisis, the first channel gets shaky, or the revenue drops. So at this point, you've seen 5 top operators. Now I want to show you the part that nobody talks about. The part that turns content from a lead source into a real compounding asset. When people tell you start a YouTube channel, this is the part they never tell you about. Content doesn't just bring new clients, it unlocks entirely new categories of offers that you could not sell without a YouTube channel in the first place. I looked at where every one of these 12 business owners make money now, and most of them moved beyond just done for you services. And that move was always unlocked by content. So the first offer is group coaching and mentorship. Ravi Abuvala turned his agency into a real scaling program that's done over 25 million in lifetime revenue. Paul Gordon went from running an appointment setting agency to selling high-ticket sales coaching that's done over 30 million. You cannot cold email someone into a 5-figure mentorship program. Trust at this level only gets manufactured by them watching you over time. So category 2 is communities and memberships. So this is the model that became popular like 2 years ago, and this is the exact model that Liam Ottley is using as his low-ticket offer. His community has tens of thousands of people, and it's often the first step in their journey of working with Liam at a still very affordable rate. Recurring revenue on community is often the cleanest and easiest money you'll ever make because it literally doesn't force you to hop on coaching calls, one-on-one calls. You just have a group coaching call maybe once a week, you make a course, and that's pretty much it. Now category 3 is a course and an info product. I know this is very close to the 2 ones I already mentioned, but this is something that Jeremy Haynes is doing. He's running Master Internet Marketing program. He also has his inner circle community that's over 10K a month just to be a part of it. So most of these guys that are running this have already a course, a cohort, or a training as the entry point into the high ticket offers. This is the offer that pays itself in the first day because content has already done the selling. And now the category number 4 is the SaaS spinout. So Daniel Fazio launched ListKit, the software product that grew of his cold email audience. So now you know exactly what these 12 guys did, what kind of offers they did, when they started, what were some of the exceptions. The only question left is how do you actually start and what to avoid when you do. Before I give you the playbook, ask yourself these 3 questions. If your top growth channel disappeared in 3 months, what would replace it? What percentage of your pipeline came from a compounding asset? And what was the last time you closed a high-ticket client from something other than paid ads or cold email? So now step 1 is signal to buyer, not the algorithm. Use niche keywords in your titles, specific dollar amounts, specific tools, specific niches. Forget the pro clickbait. Your goal is not to be the next Mr. Beast. Your goal is to be a channel that a single 5-figure buyer finds on YouTube at 1 a.m. and they're researching how they can fix their problem. customers. So step 2 is solve the problems your buyers have 3 weeks before they're ready to buy from you. If you can predict what's going in your ideal client head 90 days before they reach out to you, that's the topic for your next video. And now step number 3 is the small audience advantage. You don't need scale to start closing clients from your channel. You just need some more consistency. So this is it if you're between 20 to 50K a month and you've been running cold outreach paid ads only as a primary growth engine. The next move is not to start a YouTube channel yourself, because you can spend the next 18 months, you're gonna be just upset because you don't know what you're doing, you're just shooting in the dark. But instead, go click the first link in the description, book a call with me, see what we can do for you, because we've been helping high ticket B2B service providers build their second compounding growth channel to bring highly qualified calls for their offer in just 3 months. And by the way, if you want to learn more about what we are doing and understand better how we are doing this, watch the video that you can see on the screen right now, where you can find a lot more info about what we do, how we do it, and all of that good stuff. I'll see you there.